All right, so it was great hearing you guys on stage, putting a few things together, experimenting. This week that you had a chance to come together with the Philly 12, as I call these guys. Again, this is in the infancy, embryonic stages, but you've had a chance to feel out some of these guys, and I guess make somewhat of a connection with some of the musicians.
Yeah, I hope so. I think so too. Yeah, and also with each other. Some of them know each other really well and play in each other's groups. And there's maybe 4 or 5 people that aren't in that little circle, and just to kind of bring them together could be a nice thing for them too. So hopefully after this project's over, they'll have kind of a larger circle of people they could play with. That's what I'm hoping for.
Coming into this week, and I know you have a long road. The concerts are close to 2 months ago to go at this point, end of February, beginning of March time frame. But goals just coming into this week. What were you trying to accomplish specifically this week?
I was trying to not get any, to not have any expectations or preconceived notions of the people or their music, and vice versa. To try for them to not bring any baggage, let's say, and so that was a goal, because I just wanted to feel free to just experiment and just do exercises and really like a process-oriented week as opposed to a performance or goal-oriented week where we would at the end have some pieces. We actually have some things that we kind of could play now, but that wasn't the goal at all. I just kind of wanted everyone to get to know each other, be challenged in some way. That was a big goal of mine, to kind of figure out, because everyone's different, but how I could challenge each person a little bit, take them out of their comfort zone without driving them crazy. And well, only they can say if that happened. But I think it was pretty successful.
Yeah, I think just seeing Ino and Matt perform those exercises, I think it was definitely interesting seeing that go on, and hearing some of Matt's comments about how hard it was to make it happen, and try to be all inclusive, get everybody involved, things like that. I think those were great exercises.
Yeah, that exercise is where I just want everyone to be in front of the ensemble, where they're actually in charge of the ensemble, and they actually are in charge of the piece too, and they're kind of composing it in real time. And I really want everyone before the day's over to get a chance at doing that, because that it brings a different thing when you're in front of the ensemble and they're all looking at you, and then that's another way to get to know them and for them to get to know you.
Now, you mentioned preconceived notions for them. Keeping your mind free, coming down here, meeting these group of 12 musicians. How difficult was it for you not to have a Philadelphia musician, complex in your head, or any mentions or familiarities that you may have had, and just be totally free with accepting them for who they are? What did you have any planning? Did you have the plan to make sure you stayed on course and not necessarily have any preconceived notions?
Yeah, I just had to keep reminding myself to just let that go. A couple of the people I actually know, I knew ahead of time, and then I studied their music and read their bios ahead of time, so I kind of knew, at least from that standpoint, who they were from, and one thing that was obvious from the very beginning is that everyone here greatly admires Bobby. Bobby is a very important person on the scene, and I got that from the very beginning of talking to each person, that Bobby is a really, really important part of the scene. So I'm really honored that he would want to be involved in the project.
Yeah, I even noticed in one of the exercises, Bart and Bobby went into a Bobby piece. This was very free and very open, but I heard some measures coming from some of Bobby's work. So there's definitely that relationship there. But it seems like it's a real special group that you have here to work with, and it seems like they are totally accepting what you're throwing out at them.
Yeah. Totally pleased with that. Yeah.
So the chemistry should just continue to build. And
yep.
By the time we get to the actual performances, I'm already excited, looking forward to hearing what Mr. John Hollenbeck and the Philadelphia 12 has.
Thank you.
So it should be great.
I like the name. It's good. I should have thought of that before.
There you go.
We invite you to log on And check out this process of artistic exploration called Big Ears.